Maneva na sema PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV de osia dem yopo.
Ghana for how strategic, is that? I bet me Ghana for at the end of the day, my concern. Of course, engineers and planners, Ibrahim Mahama employ over 4,000 people already. I know it's just indirect jobs in camp, but directly, Ibrahim Mahama and engineers and planners, about 4,000 plus, youth and Yajuma. So this is going to be an addition. But like I said, we'll be going over to the phone lines near the Kwabena, Bubi and Sansu Action Kobo. So he finishes with details of the skeleton. Gifty Awari Mensa used NSS allowances as collateral to secure 30 million Ghana cedis loan from ADB, according to Dominic Ayene. Ghana Attorney General say, "Hey, na NSS sika na o Gifty Awari mon koda no a wa tabri NSS sika no say o de collateral e kwaje 30 million Ghana cedis e free ADB." There's one other issue me personally call me brave because that I said that issue it has to do with some sensations across social media. Say there's one Igbo kina or person or seen a palace so a quarter 50 acres of land on where seen the South Chiefs in the idea and all those ones. One thing I know is that like Kwame, you were furnishing me this morning. You go to other countries. So for instance, Oko Nigeria, we have a Ghanaian community. Asemba ya inyabotre. We have the Ghanaian community. So unya Ghana ni na oye Ghana for hino wa Nigeria certainly obenya sabi nkwa won asia wombe shia obetima organizer obetima iwe ni ade. So sometimes it's the same like we are seeing maybe in the Igbo King case. Oko America yo Asante Manku yo Asante Hene e America. Ono ye mock Asante Hene sabi Asante Hene ye baako but ono so your Hene wa America ye dey be watching for Hene e benya dagate for Hene. It's all over. It's all over. I don't want to believe say the Igbo King has any intention of malice. I don't want to believe so, but it's also an advice to Ghana buying, especially the gas states. Say and also say careful in all these dealings. Mummy ehwe ni ye na nkoye say afi ya microphone baby atena afi na afi mbebun kama for so. Nigerians are our brothers. As a Pan-Africanist, I don't see any difference between a Nigerian and a Ghanaian. We are all black people, and in our quest to say pray for one Africa, united Africa. It was say so it's better we see ourselves as brothers and sisters. They are not our enemies, certainly no, but let's also be careful in our dealings with them. Na nkoye se ya jioma tum preko pa ma fe ebe wiase na Ghana nsanse no ma take over omoton eti se na meka na ebese paniko ne haban moma yentase no benyansa fom. Very well, good afternoon and welcome. And adwuma bebre ho no mo a ye beye memfa se da kase ma producer 1 kwam kwache ba wagene che tuntum ana minyi ne chichi na nsawe so atade ne tuntum bua na atade no so tuntum ana wape say guess inti wa shada perverse kokko bi esiso akoye guy krumba kwam kwache no producer 1 wa hye dwumadi no also tu betra se na je fans enti no obompa no abobi ama no se de bia onkoso nya hoden na eye Emmanuel ai onunti ana ya fly abefo kwante important tankers so be body din wa pagya ne nsa osena na mo piafo na ye ne samienu ana wo hwim enti mo a mo hwen e wo Facebook no Emmanuel Ayadaro Maidana say Gloria as production assistant ono so kai ho ene ahwie Mr. Ojoani on Facebook na wa share amayen Ojoani on Facebook na wa share amayen Ofori Delali so adding a message about say good afternoon Accra FM family. Paul Amenesoji or say NDC is the future for Ghanaians. NPP never again. Piaga also water gas guys where you did now. Okay, the goal papa there. Asano onu obi anchemu. Emmanuel Mensah is also here. It's Dukes also watching from Connecticut, USA. Madu Connecticut there. Maminchi ameswa. Maminchi ameswa. Georgia wa. Ose Connecticut. Wani ni kun Bruni Mr. Van Chak. Enti Connecticut fo nyina Chiamo. Musa Gaza was watching you live from Hamburg, Germany. Thank you, bro, for watching us. Michael Ajano. Michael, what to say? Bibi Abe fine. Abe Papa. Why? Don't worry. Was a good afternoon watching you live from Kwabenya. Okay, that's it. Nana Osafu Emmanuel say, I am not disappointed that I voted for John Dramani Mahama president. Please don't disappoint us too. Certainly, Mr. Mahama will not disappoint. In fact, it's man disappointed because because Ghana for John Dramani Mahama Nina buying for so many years. Andy Moles also welcome back to watching you live from Sacramento, CA. Samuel Kessa is here as a citizen show. It's my lunch, more fire. I say, Kwame na fire no uko baby to say kind of say Jamaica honeymoon. Your friend Wuta. And to because Wuta bomb that to me and them seen Rasta they try but they can't do us nothing. Still standing. But I say, wait no not say you too far. You do Jamaica man Kwame they be at Ghana. Hey, Jamaica for me abaku am fa nko. Na onko sua patwa kakra. Anti Wuta don't know. Let's see. Kujua Sempa Furniture Works. I said this is the most popular program ever from Kujua Sempa Furniture Works. Doom Kumasi and Nokufia Hen Kingsley joins us and says, good afternoon, Chairman Darko. Thank you. Chairman dear, Ofremia, more far because Chairman Rollins, ne jawanimu to frame Chairman say now person chese I should spit fire. And then next one there, you very to me anima kanokrache no. Eja akunya brunso ne yatena. Certainly yes, NDC for Ablekumanov. And Kwame, I think we should also finish them. The NPP say Ablekumanov elections now. 19 electoral areas. Electoral commission said kwaya rerano. Wamuntiasia. Entino one akko. Assembly for me to conclude said the next member of parliament for Ablekumanov none other but Rabina Oben. Why do I say that? John Dramani Mahama and Sana Obano. Now dollar is 16 cedis to $1. And I mean, okay, say dollar around 10 cedis, 43 pesos or so. And Sana John Dramani Mahama ebe through Abenyano. Na petrol. And so about 16 cedis or so to a liter. And I mean, okay, say petrol, ya don't be 11 Ghana cedis. Yes, it may be so a 10 point something. A cool chop man a Rabina Oben for Ablekumanov because Ansana John Dramani Mahama eba na Ghana for a kose. You can say cash and tiadia no boating transport. And I mean you can say a lot of places, if not the whole country. Come, ya title or refeso. Ansana John Dramani Mahama eba no. Not there were products like iron rods, like cement, and any boating. But any so. And I have always been saying that just last 2 weeks or so, you toku 4 gallon. Oil. And now you do come, make sure oil, 550 Ghana cedis. Kwame, and Senate John Mahama, not the same oil, about 1,000 and over price. Bro, above from sugar above from. So the bottom line is that if you are kotua bane, and let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that is the reason why a Rabina Obenye confident. She's confident because we have a certain leader in the personality of John Dramani Mahama. Juma. It was so because Ablekumanov for the air cool chop Emma MPP. In 1992, NDC winning yesterday. Kwamna betels more time. Wabe diama or no baba tells. Abe diama a free year abe dia. MPP how to say. And in any case, 19 electoral areas, look at what Ablekumanov no. Nyamicha area, MPP zone. It's an electoral commission say yes, I'm quite runner. I can make them DM the cast MPP. Some to abandon because I'm coming with, but they are afraid. It's a mamu fua omubuye. They are afraid. It's a so Ghana for. They are afraid. It's a some the Ghana for the agro, and that kind of comedy, that kind of joke, Ghana for any sense in beam. Nanka nyamiche munko kwa run MPP vote and come nyamiche MPP nyamiche eti Arab Robin forget it. But you see kwame ne be adwuma but me pese me hye adwuma na se free pokuase amasamai sapema kutunse satellites media etwamu akosi nsawo me fat pobi man kraka kwam minim se NDC for omu buade sada mami kan say minim se NDC for buade but minim so mu buade bro so too much kwame nya nra ne yebetre ha ne mo a ye ka kire road minister say road minister boni ben ya yam wo pokuase sapema kwantimpon so and now you show videos and Kwame if like you be show no video no na so video wa osuma me say me koya undercover Kwame nyezo me shanwuram na me twa video do koya undercover ko twa e so Kwame be ya kiro ayi enye suro ho ye dwuma no fam time na what say ene be ye be Kwame be ya kiro he Kwame camera ninti mi ntwa me na mpese me sorry na me salute road minister kwache muntwa me me pese me salute road minister Gavin Agboja we a fantastic man. Hey Gavin Agboja, what should I say? We a very responsible and respectable minister because of the love we have for people like you. Yen pese mo betia when we pick public sentiment from the grounds na nko ya ya babeka aban bi o mu ade te saban o twa mu anka ne o de ye but me ne kwa me kwache tena no kanra asemu inra anopay minister atimi aya press conference church nsemu me toso am sorry Gavin Agboja what say you buade what say you have the people of Ghana at heart what say you are not arrogant fantastic etuba Facebook this is how na pokwase etie na ye ntwa so potholes basa tan ti bra Facebook na me oba Facebook a share my na ye ni abre eti old ayini eti where free ayama yidin nkan na ukotwanye ne ne koye eti bia no akire ha sapema ahe pabi mai na ade ato so sa atro nsawam to akra na e ho hefa oh ya pa gugwa djuma bio masa citizen show they hot ya ni bro try fa kwa on me ne kan kire Ghana fo on fire eti anura samukaya ya kan kire minister sa minister se Ross no ana niam enkoyi a se sika na ban fan koya se nso ni pa ko no so na elezia minister yesra obra be kire eti obahanum no na TV no so ne Macedonia Facebook no eti minister yesno brother chirechirem wonim say enna no pay around 8 am Kwame minister chirechirem we no so free on mo a ye kan no say potholes enti ana menkra mo kai me ka say me obi so wo yire nyima ma ne kofa sa akwan no say mo kai enne wonim say kasa wie no minister ama de ne ye di twa kwan no so no mo na mo ye building ko ayi oh ade ne ye di twa kwan no so kwa mo hwemani ense ka grade ai oh ai twa wo ma twa kwan no so kwa me say grade ai nya no anyamia wallahi talai me ka grade ai me nim kwa kwa say grade ai di twa kwan no so ba twa it is a nye grade and di twa kwan no so amomra Facebook na mo kama adwenche na kwa me kwache minister ama ye twa kwan no so me ka tro say he o problem ha na eso de ba citizen show aha na president Mahama tie aha na Lodina Mahama ya maame no futabra ba no nufa no bia no bie aha na maame tie na ka ta say because you can na quickly and the minister directly you say hey go Accra from Vakasa citizen show omo time omo pemi omo do me they want to see my success it is an no to Darko say e kwan nya dia quickly and the minister here call my diploma munye tem mutakwa so now show the new video way old I say see a kwan no send it here o to Darko she say undercover me person be hu me senguram na me twa video what they on ba be ya chero aha I know that so no now this is the new twa kwan so twa kwan so twa kwan so member me say Gavins Kwame Agboja fantastic man Gavins Kwame Agboja we are there about bo abaso watch they say you a minister that has listening ears. And this is what we're looking out for from the ministers and chief executive officers of NDC. You're a professional journalist. Said we are going to go away. Bosomesua, Otrieka. Said we are going to go. Otrieka. And your man say, look, me bound chain. Now, Okasi Benjika Crasha Mwa. Akra, man, dang. Obiano chief for Asempa Kodo. Magic Akra. Me maybe says cat. 80. Because the reason why I am person baby says car say, yes, shall say business car. Yet to me and Tiny and penny for no. And we don't want our penny for to fail. Never was a penny be honor so. What to that way? For crime and after production team, Momra. Anya and penny for with Dinko. Okay. Our first secretary, my envelope, and I don't know make us mean. When the corruption or does him. Come. Charlie, minister, very,
Maniachi. Because but before that, and I said, you show say minister can focus na sem.
Minister can focus na sem. Video no.
Yes, a
video no.
Na man for who say Enra.
Yes, Enra.
You resist say is some focus road no.
Yes.
I say na minister yente hwe.
Yes.
And truly oti who say amanfo focus ne amasama ni some for na agigana omo kan akra.
Fantastic.
Now on to mean now because on Gaza can say same way president man pressure on yes on
can president
yes
unim say and the molest there ba was no too okasawa. Yesterday I told you have been listened to in the office of the chief of staff. Okay.
Yes,
who say and the molest the buy?
Yeah, but when the and minister address
no and the molest person what say and run na kind no.
Yes,
chief of staff office mutie.
Yes, yeah, of course.
They gave a directive quickly. Into now, say, Minister Carr said, President, he man the pressure.
Yes.
Of course, the pressure will come through the office of Chief of Staff.
Yes. So,
I'm saying, me fire and I'm saying, trust any akra.
Hey,
me never push you.
Yeah,
Chief of Staff.
So, yes, and Usha and Usha videos now. And then you're the Mutimikoya na cover. Yes, and I'm so quite so now, Kano.
Yes. Says I can't na accident.
Yes, indeed.
And come out.
Yes. Kafra.
Because me the car, say Minika.
Yes, Did you say Uboka?
Come up, Kwame.
Uko around a blue sky honum.
Yes. Blue sky is when him me travel.
Okay.
I said me fit blue sky me traba.
On say o me twa kwan so.
Kwame.
And now man san awota kwan so. Come.
Awota kwan so come. And never me say na Kwame na yepe. You see o me twa kwan so me twa. O water.
Yes. And
as a minister in church, watch it.
Yes, I can't the twice so say.
Okay.
Contract no.
So
I'm feel so much fee contract and say.
I'm trying for front.
I'm for any panenye.
Yes.
So no also na mo pese mo maintain no nye so a. Mo ma no up to a December na
even my Repoma company no cry. Me will challenge kakra. But me name say na right timer. Because me here undercover no. My baba will say workers na kasa na be brain madwuma because salary need delay. Apart from that, Kwame, Obaje say you mark him 36 cities the whole day. Yes,
a day
36 cities. No man say 9 cities for aduane. 18 a day. Lebra ya dwuma ma repoma no ya man 43 Ghana cities the whole day. Almost start here dwuma 6:30 no upon ado 6. Me na make a chow.
See, are you sure?
Oh, I am sure.
So
I me make say ma me nim ya make. A day. Your mom 43 Ghana cities.
See now, 7 years ago, 8 years ago, because site cost supervisor, 8 year workers, no. Me 36 cities.
Let me tell you the reason. Because I buy no the contract name Maripoma, Ghana ni. And what sublet contract na Chinese if you from Zome Constructions. It's a say Chinese if no, and they deal with Ghana for no bonisa. Meanwhile, no Maripoma no and a mother company. And you know when he me say GPR to you for Sankro for trading no me for. What's our kwadwuma mo was our group no fighting for?
TUC for no.
TUC. MD and me tell property TV one guy be anoka. Say omo ba ho no mo a here discussion envelope ma mom. Eti asamwe so mo ka.
Allege allegation.
Me TV in property TV na me.
But we can confirm and.
No me I confirm because I watch it.
No, we can't confirm. Say TUC for Koho.
No, we can't confirm.
Yes,
that one we can't confirm.
Yes.
It's alleged. Say
yes.
Near discussion, my mom. No more. Come I mean how? It works in the Emma. Workers in the
So apart from say contractor no kra no ye hu de all
o si Ghana for workers no
na ye adwuma o kwan no so
mari kwan no so ye si so e to mo adwuma
wow
it is a minister so hu no
yes
say no adwuma no nye kwan nam kotwa you
in the senior what we are telling the minister and say yes what can one say ayi obetima my the minister people
no me yamo minister baso ansa che say the minister na ye no ma filia ma
ya bona baso say wetin address pokwase some roadway no
and nye pokwase go
but senior and also raise say yes sika do mo twa sika o mo ba be that all the roads na omutimi enye ye
no kwa me example esi akonfia na atokujo ne constituency ne yen me refi constituency nana do danko akufa do call ana hemfo no ka say oh nana o ka say o ba be ye adwuma ABC de man former president Shomanim ka chiro mo say man to aba na ma atokujo me refi kuro no
no ma
enti no ma meye nana kufa do kokumase ko ka chire kumase fo se kokuru muti ne mu amodia enti ba bia mo pe bia muti me tokọ nana kufa do ko aplawo turu kwa me se fa kan show aplawo hin kire se e blocker John Dramani Mahama eye no say enti nana mabwa nana kufa do turu kwa me se fa kan show ka chire Ghana for adre no hin no kan kasa nkoye e go to a time nana kufa do timi ko ayase ene ba bia ahemfo ahia not ni sabenkum se ahemfo nsore ansa no machia no kwa me dia na mpese me kire aban bi ba ya we were treated as slaves aban bi aba yetimi tira radio so kasa and the next day because of respect obuo amwo ma Ghana for kwa me o ma koya dwuma we ya salute John Dramani Mahama and na pamfo
o ma ya de papa
your friend say Gavin Kwame Abuja o a fantastic man
me no and then me bona baso ne
yeah
but me hwe say contractors no be go back to
no Kwame say wa ma yesa ni die no kura no enough for the first time because minister bi kura no better na be business hunu but at least say Kwame I didn't you
on say senior o share the current ministers aye warm right from Sam George Mitakando
Kujeto
Ablakwa Eriko Poku
fantastic Eriko Poku
Ahmed Ibrahim we Amakofi Boa
Amakofi Boa and me make no was ye din komo wi a Amakofi Boa
senior obia
ye juma e ba si you so Maria Wusi
senior so mu ko ni say
Maria Wusi ye free zones
senior so mu ko ni say
Sami Jenfi gold board
Sami de beba no
tali
but see the ohwe adwuma ministers ne ye John Jinaponom ohwe adwuma obia ye obia aye focus oma bibi boni bia emma bebata no ai
at this point my video no na yentie ya pesega na fo say
fully understand the frustration of the motoring public, transporters, drivers, when they have to endure very challenging roads, especially the ones I've talked about, and elsewhere across the country. Of course, when you live in Accra, you would see Opokwase as the biggest, the situation of Opokwase as the biggest challenge. And I will not fault you because that is what you have seen. But if you have gone around 16 regions as we have done, you will notice that some situations are worse than that. None of it is acceptable. If you were to consume yam today in Accra, that yam probably came from Yendi in part of the northern region. I wish you know how the tracker who brought the yam to Tema managed to bring the yam here, especially if the person used the Eastern Corridor using Pasa section in the rainy season. You will weep for that driver. But they manage these things. And I'm saying that it is not acceptable in Pasa, it's not acceptable at Pokwase. So we need to work as a people to be able to address all these problems. Myself and my deputy constantly, day and night, get distress calls. Children have gone to school in one community because they don't have school in their community. Whilst they were in school, a heavy downpour washed off the culvert that they crossed over to go to school. They have to sleep in the other community compulsorily because they can't risk swimming across the channel to come back home. The same applies to teachers, another thing, traders, another thing. So there's an understandable, clear need for bigger investment in terms of improving the road infrastructure in our country. And that is exactly what President Mahama has committed to in terms of his big push and the continuation of ongoing road projects. So we just want to assure the public that government is not going to renege on her commitment to make sure that ongoing projects are completed, and those that have also been earmarked under his flagship infrastructure master plan, the big push, will also be done alongside this project. So fully understand the frustration of the motoring public, transporters, drivers, when they have to endure very challenging roads, especially the ones I've talked about, and elsewhere across the country. Of course, when you live in Accra, you would see Opokwasi as the biggest, the situation of Opokwasi as the biggest challenge. And I will not fault you because that is what you have seen. But if you have gone around 16 regions as we have done, you will notice that some situations are worse than that. None of it is acceptable. If you were to consume yam today in Accra, that yam probably came from Yendi in part of the northern region. I wish you know how the trucker who brought the yam to Tema managed to bring the yam here, especially if the person used the Eastern Corridor using Pasa section in the rainy season. You will weep for that driver. But they manage these things. And I'm saying that it is not acceptable in Pasa, it's not acceptable at Pokwase. So we need to work as a people to be
and right, yeah, but in studio, you didn't come over, you know, you use Pokwasi in Sawam Highway Nasiastic, and of course, I say minister said, and your Pokwasi in Punkwa and a year or more, but there are other rules, and he made mention of rule like the Pasa environment. One also here a year and more, and I'm so happy we have a minister of state, our Kasa Nweti, and you see. And this is for any more ministers. When you continue like this, I promise you, when we are 16 years, Nicolas, yeah, me kind of grow. I'm one of the few journalists. I say it as it is. Yeah, me kind of me come out being rough. Look, what my women here, Anna, journalist Kobisa, former running mate of NPP, Matupoku Prempe, say, what my timetable because of doom so. Or say I don't Ghana for no from timetable. So we have been disrespected before in this country. We have been insulted in the face before in this country. So when we have a new regime, not ministers, asuti saying, look, me person make say we are lucky, but me person me bo omanhu brasiano abaso. And if they continue like this, they should respect everybody. Whether NPP or NDC, whatever, where you're going and inquiry, keep respecting them. And I'm saying, say, the sky cannot even be your limit as far as footprints are recorded on the moon. Did you hear that? The sky will never be your limit so far as footprints are recorded on the moon. Eti, kwame yemfa nunsia na yemmo iwura governs Abuja Abaso. But of course, the deputy, and so the Bonachidom, Alhaji Suhini. Or no, one strong pillar, what tie minister chi. Eti Abraya bo minister governs Kwame Abuja Abaso. So ni Ghana fwedi ni yi. E womu se, kwa no mu nyengwe ye. But se waba bontin kura respect ye no. Chese geniaji. It gives us assurance ekwan ombeye. Menoka say IMF about $350 something million or so. The another tranche of the IMF sikani peno. Yes, they seem to release. Enti no enyema be koyi amayen. Eno here government rescue ne size. You know, na one person be use a bloated size. Na omo very careful with spending. Now they don't want to engage in economic opulence. It is one thing that is obvious. that is as far as omo fiscally disciplined no okwan bia so no ombetimi edwetri enti no se obi tien a on kan kire owura Gavins Kwame Abuja say ya bona baso e ofia ebi nso nka Alhaji Suhini eye ne deputy Kwame ye be kai say emre bi du ya Ghana fo ankasa hyase say ye praising krofo te say owura Dangote sabi owura Dangote nye Ghana ni. But Ghanaians especially kept praising him. Kept praising him. And the question is why? Because he has not made only Nigeria proud. Dangote are making the whole of Africa proud. And Abraham say, Yetaika say he's the richest man of Africa. But of course, for now, you can't say he's the richest man. Do you know how Dangote was made? Nigeria created Dangote. So sometimes, Kwame, I sit back and ask myself that when are we going to create our own Dangote? Then from nowhere, people like Ibrahim Mahama emerged. I am say, if Nigerians have created their own Dangote, when are we going to create our own Ibrahim Mahama? Such that ye ka wamu so a ete omayanim ewo abibimam ha ne amanonia yenso ye betimi anya your own version of Dangote who likely may be Ibrahim Mahama or even any other personality or a business mogul, even Saidu Agongo, even Kwame Despite, even any of those guys are wamu so ejina for Ghana and Kankro. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, when we see such great people one day omhwasi honum say ombetimi aye Ghana yia na ye de amanyo sem hunu etetale ho. I have heard a lot of people say, and these are NPP folks. Dealer Ibrahim Mahama actually on the black voter relative to gold mines in here no. Anna, Nidia President Tina, Anna, ti. Yet to Chrome Hanum and Moody sense and Hunua, a bright genius and planners. Your margin said, Omu machines, at it, what don't want my free. Ah, Moodin Quasa Samsa, Papano Ejai, Selgumano. You reach train a fetch rate. Ah, mobile power, Anna Moody the same Gotano, Ekoma. Contract $43 million. You think we will keep quiet for you to continue with that nonsense? You think say Rebecca and what to sense and Muruna, Mudi Anwa, Ibrahim Mahama Castle, any free Amaya Mampeno. No Massa for Massa, that nonsense must stop. We will not continue in that vein. As a Munu background. I just hear who say, Obi pursue a pussy, then we want to kill the person. In any case, say Ibrahim Mahama Kura and this our contract where he will still be Ibrahim Mahama. Now, near Ghana for a finish say, you need any Ghanaian are only mines in our country, like holy, only mines in Ghana. You be Minka small scale mining, Minka Galamsey. Metra omo only mines. Metra omo only mines. You be. It is a better man and to say Ibrahim Mahama mo. No more to mention na as a country. Yentimi yensu yetimi aka say ye won krofo a womusu oni bia. Aka the crocodile say. There are a lot of things I'm working, but I'll come back and talk about it, and I'll even give you a brief. I'm one who say engineers and planners is over 2 decades. And tell you some of great exploits achieved by the Ibrahim Mahama's engineers and planners. And of Fasua Betimia Boy, so when you or Minia, at least, or Nunca Betima contribute close to 5% of the total mines of our country. Some Jan figure born and say, I contribute to about half of the total you go to Ghana. motu na mo kensim hunu nyama samo
Dedi kama amena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.